Hello everyone watching. I have an opinion that some people wouldn't agree with. I think Super Mario Galaxy is the best game of all time. From the grass to the canyons, I think it is truly amazing. I remember as a kid, just running around the first level, restarting my game, making other profiles, just to be able to run around the first area. And I remember finishing the game, and it was the first game I had ever finished up to this point. And I don't know if it's true, but I think it was the first game I had ever played, which may give me a bias, but I don't know. I really love this game. So I'm about to talk about it for the next couple minutes. This game holds a special place in my heart. I remember playing it on the Wii at whenever I was 7 or 8 in 2014 or so, thinking this was the best graphics at the time, not knowing all the other games that come out. Games like GTA, The Last of Us, many others. My parents were strict at this time, so they didn't really let me play very many games. But one of the main ones they let me play was most Mario games. And Skylanders on my dad's Xbox. But I truly think this was a pivotal point in my life to appreciate these these simple textures, I guess, and really I do enjoy it so much. Also, a little side note, this is not my footage. It's Nintendo Central's footage, I think. But thank you so much to them. I don't really have a capture card, and I don't know where my Nintendo Switch is. But right now, I'm 17 years old, and it's been 10 or 11 years since I first played this game. I saw my aunt and my mom playing it, and I remember thinking it was so cool, and my mom always got sick from playing it. She hated 3D games so much. Also, a couple more side notes. I'm sorry I forgot to mention these earlier. I record this all on an iPhone, so there's a swipe bar at the bottom. I didn't realize it was there until, well, just now. But carrying on with our story, I'm going to tell you all the little things about this game that really makes, I don't know how to explain it. I just love it so much. My first favorite thing about the game is the water. For example, the second place where you choose missions in the game is like a big fountain area. And I remember as a kid just like sitting in the water by the waterfalls, because there's like 3 waterfalls that come in, and it's kind of like an air, like then it kind of flows out of them, if I'm not mistaken. There's a platform in the middle. I remember sitting under all those waterfalls just there for like not too long, like 5 minutes, but I just remember sitting there and thinking how beautiful the water was. And this also carries over to my favorite stage. For the life of me, I can't remember the name, but it was like a beach stage with the water all around it, and I remember the seagulls. And then you had to go help this penguin get his golden shell, and you get a star for it. And I remember just wandering around. And I remember the controls were so bad, it made me so angry, and that's why it took me like 3 months to beat the game, because the controls were so bad. But I don't know. That's my only bad thing about the game, in my opinion. But also in that same level or not the same level, the same area where you pick the missions as the water level, there it's the furnace room, if I'm not mistaken, or it's the living room maybe. I remember going up to the living room, and I spent a lot of time there because I replayed that water level so many times. I remember just going there and just sitting over there, hitting twirling on the guy, and accidentally kept clicking on the star in the middle, and then I had to go back down. I remember having trouble getting up there. I'd fall off the ledge trying to get up to there. But while we're on that side of the I forget what it's called. Hang on just a second. Side of the castle thing. We're just gonna call it castle for now. It's not really, but the flying castle thing. There was I remember going to the story room and not. I tried. I wasn't really good at reading. A little bit of context behind myself. We didn't figure this out until recently, but I'm dyslexic and I'm colorblind. The colorblind doesn't really matter and I'm ADHD, which doesn't help any of that. We didn't figure this out until like multiple years later. But I remember looking at the pictures of the stories and never really like reading them. But whenever I came back and played through on my 3DS, I remember reading the story, or not 3DS, my Nintendo Switch. I remember going through the stories and just, the story was so good. It wasn't good, it was like mediocre, but for a Mario game it was good. And I really, really enjoyed it, and I don't know, I just really liked it. And I remember beating the game as a kid and being really sad because I saw Rosalina go. And I just thought that I would never see her again, and that was my, I wouldn't say first experience with death, but like, I wouldn't call it death, but someone having to leave for long amounts of time.